What's good, fellas? Welcome to this masterclass on how to build your kingdom of wealth, power, and women. I'm going to be going into detail on these three subjects. And I'm going to break down a blueprint that you can follow. It's the exact blueprint that I'm using right now and that I've been using for many years to build my kingdom each day. Right? To me, what it means to be a masculine man, it means to create. It means to build. Okay, so when I say build your kingdom and I break it down into these three areas, is because if you really think about it, that's all we're doing here. We're creating our wealth each day, right? We're becoming more powerful. We're strengthening our character. We're becoming more able to get the exact results we want out of life. And we're getting women. That's all it is. That's what it means to be a masculine man that's creating and living a life of purpose. Now, obviously, we get more specific on what it is, like how we're creating the wealth, how we're cultivating power, and how we're attracting women. So that's what I'm going to go into in this master class, is how you can create more wealth, right? And how I'm doing it, how you can cultivate more power, and how you can attract more and higher quality women. All right. So let's start with creating wealth, making money. When I talk about creating wealth and making money, I'm not talking about a job. I'm not talking about a 9-to-5. I'm not talking about somebody paying you per hour, based on you working for them and shit. I'm talking about you building your own business, you being an entrepreneur, you establishing your throne, your kingdom, your creation. How are you serving others? That's how you're going to get paid, by serving others, by helping others solve their problems, by raising people's mood, right? Raising people's vibes, making people feel better. There's different ways to make money, right? You can be an entertainer, right? You can be someone who helps people solve their problems. You can even be a combination of the two, right? You can be entertaining and informative. And that's the route that I've taken, okay? I've been making money, my own money, and I've been doing it on the internet since I was like 15, 16 years old. Okay, I didn't like asking my mom for money. My mom she was a single parent, and I didn't like asking her for money all the time. I needed money to play basketball and get video games and all this shit. So I used to go online and figure out how to make my own money. And when you go online, if you're only 15 years old, right, you're naive. So I used to fall into all these get rich quick schemes and all kind of bullshit. And it was frustrating because I was trying to figure out, man, I want to make some real money. I have the work ethic. I'm willing to put in the work, but I keep running into get rich quick schemes and all type of bullshit. So over time, what happened is I started to realize how to make real money. It's like, no, you don't try to find a get rich quick scheme. You don't try to find this loophole or none of that shit. That's a waste of your time, because even if you find something that works, it's not going to work consistently. Right? So it might work for a little bit and then stop. You don't want that shit. You want to build a real business. You want to create real wealth and do it the right way. And the way how you do this is through solving people's problems, right? Whether it is, like I said, it can be entertainment. You make people feel good, right? You bring good emotions to people through music, through art, through whatever it is. Or you can be the type of person who solves people's problems. I do it with information, by providing people with the information they need to solve their problems, and then helping them, whether it's holding them accountable, whether it's guiding them, whether it's giving them feedback to get the solution, right? Helping them to solve the problem, helping them to overcome the challenge. Okay, that's another way to get paid. And there's various ways. I mean, they got trading and all this different shit, but here's how I did it and how I am doing it. I decided that I was going to go into a niche, meaning you want to find a place in the market, right, where there are people who are actively spending money to get their problems solved, okay? But you also want to go into a market that you have an interest in, something that you like or something you enjoy, because if you don't like it, if you don't enjoy it, it's going to turn into a job. Right, and you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate what you're doing. Even if you're making money, you're still gonna hate it. And I've been in that route. I've been in businesses where I was making good money, but I hated the business because I was doing some shit that I don't like. You gotta find something that you're passionate about, something that fuels your soul, so that every day you wake up and you're excited to build your business. You're excited to build your kingdom. You don't want to be doing some shit you don't want to do, right? Even if you're making money, you're still going to be that emptiness. And I'm telling you from experience. So you want to find something that is not only profitable, but also will pay you. Not only profitable, but also you enjoy, right? So the first business I built was, I built an affiliate marketing business where I was teaching people how to improve their basketball skills, right? I used to make these little videos on YouTube, and I used to basically say, oh, here's how you shoot the basketball. Here's how you dribble. Here's how you play defense. Here's how, you know what I mean? I just kept making videos like that. And at the end of the video, I would invite people to get a free ebook. I would write a little ebook that would solve their problem even further. So if I was talking about shooting a basketball, I wrote an ebook that would give them even more advice on how to improve their shoot the basketball. Okay? And then what I did at the time was I would get people's email address in exchange for the ebook. And then once they have my ebook, I can also email them with more advice, more tips, and I can also promote other products. And I would promote products as affiliates. So like digital courses, right? Training programs, video courses, but I would promote it as an affiliate. So I would get a commission. It's somebody else's product, but let's say the product was $47, right? Let's say the product was $67. I would get a commission of $45, right? That was mainly how I was doing it back then. Okay, so I started with affiliate marketing, and that taught me how to actually make money, how to market, and I didn't have my own product. Then after that, and I was making money, I started to realize, hey, why don't I make my own products and sell them? Why don't I make my own ebook? Why don't I make my own video course, right? If another man can do it, why can't I do it? You see, that's how I was thinking even back then. So I made my first little ebook, okay? I put a little ebook together. I believe it was called Vertical Jump Prime. Vertical Jump Prime. And basically I was teaching guys how to jump higher so they can dunk the basketball, right? Because that was something I actually learned. I learned how to jump higher to dunk the basketball. So I made an ebook on it, right? So you want to create products based on what you've actually achieved, right? Like if you had a problem and you were able to solve that problem, you can teach others how to do that. You just got to find out if it's something that people are willing to pay for. And if they are, you can provide that to people. Okay, so that's how I started. Then I built that up. I started doing custom workout plans, right? Like I would basically, somebody pay me, I'd tell them, hey, it's going to be $67 and I'll make a custom workout plan so you can improve your basketball skills, right? I started doing that. And then I said, you know what? Now I can start teaching people how to do what I'm doing as an affiliate, like how to build an affiliate marketing business. So I created a product teaching people how I was making money. I created an ebook, okay, and I sold that ebook, and I think it was only $7 I sold the ebook for, but in a week's time, I believe I made like around $1,000 off of that ebook. So that means I sold a lot of that ebook, and I was like, wow. Just because I had the confidence to create my own ebook and put it out there, $1,000, just like that. Now, obviously, I built up, a foundation, built up my confidence. But I'm just telling you what's possible when you start, just putting yourself out there and just make your mind up. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do, right? I'm just gonna build my kingdom. So that once I made that money, I said, oh shit. I made $1,000 just by putting out little ebooks, and I made a video course, and I was able to do it again. I made $1,000 again selling a video course version of the ebook. So I took the ebook and I turned it into a video course, and I sold that and made another $1,000 on top of that. And so I just kept rinsing and repeating, making my own ebooks, making my own video course, and I was making good money on the internet. And then somebody messaged me one day and said, hey, Trey, I love your ebooks. I love your video courses. Do you offer coaching? And I said, well, I didn't, at the time I didn't have a coaching program, but I said, yeah, I'll coach you. And she was like, oh, really? Well, how much is your coaching? And I had no concept of how much one-on-one coaching was worth or how much it was valued. So I said, hey, I'll coach you. I'll give you lifetime coaching for $197, right? And she was like, yeah, well, only $197. Okay, how do I sign up? Right? At the time, I thought that was cool just to get $197 at one time, but I didn't realize that I gave her lifetime coaching. That's a lot of coaching for only $197. So I could have charged a lot more. But at the time, I was just so excited just to get $197 one time for one person. I didn't care that I told her I was gonna coach her for life, but that was me. I was young. So from there, I improved over time. And to make a long story short, I got to a point where I was established as a authority in regards to teaching people how to start their own internet businesses. And so I started charging anywhere from $1,000 to $25,000 for coaching and done-for-you services. So coaching, obviously, me teaching people how to start their own online business. But then, I also started teaching people, I also started providing people with done-for-you services. So what does that mean? Yes, I'm gonna coach you, but I will also build your website for you. I'll also build a product for you. I'll also help you, set up the marketing for you. So now, if you're doing all of that, now you can obviously charge a lot more. So that's how I ended up charging up to $25,000 for my services. Okay, so what am I saying here? Basically, if you are a man who has some balls, who has some confidence, who believes in himself, who can solve problems for people, right? There's all kind of different problems out there. People want to lose weight. People want to get in shape. People want to, get better at basketball, which is what I did. People want to make more money. People want to find their dream girl. There's all these different things that people want. And, I'm just thinking the ones that are coming to my head, but there's so many different niches out there. You could just go on Amazon.com and look at all the different books that are being sold, all the different courses that are being sold. Another website you can check is ClickBank. ClickBank is an affiliate marketplace. You'll see all the different products that are being sold. Dummies.com, how to build a website for dummies. All these different niches. These are niches you can go in and you just find the one that you're passionate about and just lock in. Now, I'm not saying you're going to go in and it's going to be easy. No, it's not going to be easy because there's going to be competition, right? You're learning, there's going to be competition, plus you're learning something new. It's not like you've been, building businesses your whole life. If you never built a business before and you're going to start building one, it's not going to be easy, especially if you're going to do it on your own. But that's what makes it interesting. That's what makes it challenging. It's a new challenge. That's the spirit of a masculine alpha man. He seeks challenge. He's not like, oh, it's not easy, so I'm not going to do it. No, he's like, oh, it's not easy. Well, that's why I'm going to do it. That's what makes me different from everybody else. I'm the type of man that's going to do this shit. All right? So when it comes to wealth, the way that I'm advising you to do it is find a problem that you can solve that people are willing to pay for. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can if you want to, but you can just look at what's already being sold and then you just go into the niche, but you go in with your own flavor, with your own style. Right? Like I'm in the men's dating niche. I'm in the men's dating and confidence niche. But you notice I'm not trying to be like the other dating coaches. I'm not giving the same advice, right? Some of my advice is, they disagree with and shit like that. And it's like, who gives a fuck, right? I'm creating my own lane. I'm not trying to fit in. I'm not trying to be like these other dudes. And that you don't want to fit in. You don't want to be like anybody else. You go into the niche and you be unique. You be different. It's not easy to do that because you will get judged. There will be haters. There will be people trying to bring you down. But you got to stand tough. You got to stand strong as a king and just know you're building your kingdom each and every day and it will pay off if you stay consistent. You got to stay consistent. You can't give up. You can't let anyone stop you from building your kingdom. Okay? Don't let anybody stop you. So essentially, let me just break it down for you. You want to choose a niche that is profitable. And when I say niche, I mean like a piece in the marketplace, right? So weight loss, that's a niche. The people who want to lose weight. Muscle building, that's a niche. Improving basketball skills, that's a niche. So you find a niche where people are in that niche, that there's different problems within that niche that you can solve. You can bring solutions to that niche. And then you bring your own style, you create your own brand, you make it interesting, right? You make it cool, you make your own business, you learn how to market, you learn how to sell, okay? and you stand out, and you go after the competition. Don't just go in there and I just want to make a little money. Go after the competition. Go for the #1 spot, right? You're not guaranteed to get the #1 spot, but if you have that attitude, you'll get somewhere. You'll get somewhere. You'll carve out your own piece of the pie. Okay? So yeah, you want to build. You want to choose a niche. Make sure it's profitable. Make sure something you love to do, something you're passionate about. Then you need to find out what are the problems within that niche and how are you going to solve them. What is your solution to people's problems and how are you going to solve it? In the beginning, you want to focus on just helping people for free. Like go to where these people are and help them for free. But what I mean by that is like just put out content, right? Make articles, make videos, whatever, make audios, put out content, help people solve their problems in the beginning for free. Don't worry about making money right away, right? Build a strong foundation. The money is going to come, of course. Build a strong foundation in the beginning. Establish yourself as an authority by actually helping people, okay? You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm not saying you need to go and coach people, lifetime coaching for free or anything like that, but just put out content. Maybe do one free session with people. Stuff like that. You say the same shit you see me doing. You can do it. You just got to find your own niche and do it and build it up. Right? Build it from scratch. Right? So you put out content and you start serving people, and your goal is to build build a fan base or build a following, right? How do you do this? By leading. But the vibe or the mindset is, of course, you want to build a following, right? Because that's how you're going to get paid and stuff like that. But you're not too worried about that. You just leading, and you just have the understanding that the followers will come. If you lead with strength, if you lead with value, right? If you're consistent, if you refuse to give up, you will build your kingdom, right? You will build your tribe. The people will follow you once they see that you truly have the solution for them, and that you're not like some just here today and gone tomorrow kind of guy. They want to see somebody that's legit, somebody that really walks their talk. Okay, so it's gonna take time to build that reputation, but if you're consistent, it could happen much faster than you think. It could happen in a few weeks, or even a few months, or even a few weeks, depending on the niche, depending how good you are, all that shit, right? So you build up the fan base, you create content, and once you've given people a lot of value and people are starting to say, hey man, you're helping me and stuff like that, now you need to start selling. Now you need to start making some money. So now you start off, maybe you just put out a little ebook and put it out for $5. Just see how the people respond to your ebook, man. Or put out a little video course, a video series, but basically the ebook, the video series, whatever it is, you're solving people's problems. Right? Like when they read the ebook or when they go through the video course, a problem must be solved. Right? So for example, if you're going to help people lose weight, make an ebook that shows them exactly how to lose a certain amount of weight. And be specific. Don't just say how to lose weight, how to lose 10 pounds in this much time, or how to lose 50 pounds in this much time. Right? My basketball products, one of them was how to increase your vertical jump so you can dunk the basketball, right? Very specific. How to improve your basketball handling so you can play point guard, right? It's very, get specific and solve specific problems, right? So when you present the product, people feel like you're speaking to them. It doesn't feel like a broad, generic thing. It's like, he's speaking to me. He's going to show me how to lose 30 pounds in this much time or whatever. So you start putting out your little products, and people you start to see, you'll see where you're at. If people are buying your products, like a decent amount of people, maybe the first time you put out an ebook, maybe 10 people buy it. That's cool. That's cool. Remember, at one point you had no ebook and you had no sales. You get 10 sales, that's great. Even if it's one sale, that's great. Because guess what? If you could get one sale, that means you could get 2 sales. And if you get 2, that means you could get 3. You just got to keep going. And the thing is, the snowball effect, right? So you may see like little progress, but then all of a sudden like shit starts going up real fast. Or another analogy I like to use is like a train. When the train just gets started, it's slow, but then it starts going fast as fuck and you can't stop the train. So that's how you want to think about your business. Like, okay, you're building it up and it's going to take some time, but if you just keep it going, that momentum hits and then boom. Right? So put out your little products. And then you want to do coaching too. right? You want to do some coaching. You started off maybe, the way how I started off with $500 coaching program, 8 weeks, $500 coaching program. You know what I mean? And then you just build it up over time until you get to the point where you're charging $10,000, or even, as I said, as high as $25,000. But start where you are. Don't worry about being big time right away. You're gonna get there if you just keep leveling up and you stay focused, right? So let's go into some specifics. So you can look at my business model. Like, literally, you can just follow my business model, or obviously I provide coaching. If you want to work together, I can show you. But you can just watch me and look what I'm doing. Look how I'm putting out content. Look how I'm consistent. Look how I I find different problems in the niche and I put out solutions, right? You really got to get into this mindset of giving, right? You're good. Like, handle yourself. That's why I wake up early in the morning and I take care of myself. I wake up early, I get my workout in, I get my reading in, I do my meditation, I make sure I'm good, and then I go and serve, right? The rest of my day, I'm serving others. I'm helping others every single day. So if you spend your days helping others, you're going to get paid, right? Because people will pay you. They will reciprocate, right? The law of exchange. If you help people solve their problems, they'll pay you. Right? But you just have to make sure you're actually providing real solutions for people, and understand that there's competition. So if you're starting out and you're not seeing traction right away, it's because you got to make some noise. There's all this noise. People are getting distracted. This guy's trying to sell them. That guy's trying to sell them. This guy's trying to sell them. So you got to penetrate through the noise somehow. And that's where marketing and stuff comes in. You got to study marketing, study sales, study copywriting, study your competitors. What are they doing? How can you out market them, right? How can you out brand them? Okay. So, and basically you just want to focus on attracting leads, right? Attracting leads, and then putting out valuable content and then selling them, right? It's like literally you just do that cycle over and over, right? Like, my days, all I'm doing is attracting my target audience, I'm putting out valuable content, and I'm selling stuff. And I just keep repeating that, and I find different ways to do that, so it's not the same shit over and over, but I find different ways to do that, find different ways to make shit fun. Have fun in your business, right? Have fun, change up the marketing sometimes, change up the brand, do different things to keep it fun. You don't want to get too serious. It gets too serious, it'll turn into a job, right? So have fun with it, you know what I mean? Hire coaches, invest in products and services so you can keep leveling up. Don't stay complacent. Don't try to be cheap. Oh, I don't want to spend money, blah, blah, blah. Invest in yourself, right? And I'm not saying you need to buy every product and buy every service, but invest in yourself, right? If there's certain things, obstacles, challenges that you're having, go and get help, right? You can do it by yourself, but just know it's going to take time. So if you have the time, then fine, do it by yourself. But if you need help, go and get help. Because I'll tell you right now, I used to pay for help. I used to buy ebooks, I used to buy video courses to learn how to market and shit. And I paid a coach. I paid as high as $5,000 for coaches. All right? And it paid off. First of all, it pays off because when you invest in yourself, now you're fully committed, right? When you put your money down, you're fully committed. You're going to listen to what the coach says. You're going to do what the fuck he says. Right? That's why I don't really like doing free coaching, right? In the beginning, I did a little bit of it, but I don't like doing free coaching because people won't take it seriously. People won't listen, whatever. So same thing. If you got to understand how this shit works. You invest in yourself, you will put in more work because you push your money down and you're like, fuck that, I got to get a return on my investment, right? So, and then obviously if it's a good coach, if it's somebody that knows his shit, then you're going to get the direct advice. Like, he's going to tell you, hey, here's what you do. And you just got to do it, right? And then you do it, and then you come up with your own style. Obviously, you don't want to be a copycat. You come up with your own style. You know, in the beginning, you just follow it to a T. But over time, you're like, okay, you find your own way of moving, right? And as I said, you just kind of repeat this process. Now, that's the wealth. That's how I do it, right? I find problems. I find a niche. Then I find the problems in that niche, and I solve those problems. I focus on creating content, building authority, helping a lot of people, and then I start selling. Okay, and then I just keep repeating that process over and over. You find different ways to get your name out there. You do joint ventures. Find other people in your niche, leaders in your niche, and do business with them or whatever you got to do. Just keep putting out the solutions to people's problems. Keep building your business, keep growing, never get complacent. Okay? So that's wealth. That's how I'm creating wealth. Okay? Now, power. How am I cultivating power, and what do I mean by that? If you really think about it, when you're building a business, what are you doing? You're putting out masculine energy. Masculine energy is creation. So in order to create wealth, you need to tap into your masculine energy. Being passive, following people, following the crowd and all that shit. No, bro. Create. Get clear on what you want and then go out and get that shit. That's masculine energy. That is your power. Your power is your masculinity. The thing that is that society is trying to make us feel bad about, and when a guy's masculine, people say, oh, he's too aggressive and shit like that. Fuck that, man. I'm making that shit happen. I'm hitting my goals. I'm not the dude that's gonna complain and bitch and moan. I'm gonna make my shit happen, and I'm gonna have no apologies. Straight up. That's what it means to be a man. That's what it means to be a masculine man. As long as you're not hurting anyone, as long as you're not violating anyone, you have no reason to apologize for being a masculine man. You have no reason to apologize for being alpha and saying, this is what I want, and I'm gonna go and get that shit. Because even when you do that, there's a lot. It's not like you do that and it's easy. It's not easy being a masculine man. It's not easy putting that energy out there. It's not easy, when you put all this work in and sometimes you don't get the result. You don't always get the result, but you keep going and then the result will come. Right? So, but a masculine man says, I love what 50 Cent said. He said, get rich or die trying. That's the attitude. It's like, whatever it is whatever your goal is, if it's get rich, if it's get women, if it's whatever, if it's cultivate power, if it's to get influence, whatever it is, do that shit or die trying. That's the mindset, meaning you refuse to give up. There is no give up. There is no failure. The only failure is if you give up. But fuck that. Give up should not even be in your vocabulary. You never hear me say that shit. When you ever hear me say anything about give up or failure, those words don't exist in my vocabulary. So that means success is inevitable, or I'm gonna die trying. And that's the mindset you wanna have. And that's true power. That's a powerful ass man. That's the kind of man that I want on my team. That's the kind of man that I want when I'm going out, wherever I'm going. I don't want, to be with a group of guys and some shit goes down and they all run. Right? I remember I used to have friends like that, and I had to cut them off. I had friends that, I thought they were tough and shit, and when shit went down, they were nowhere to be found. Fuck that. That's not true masculinity. That's not a respectable man. That's not power. That's weak. So, your power is your masculinity. Your power is your ability to create. Your ability to make shit happen. Your ability to be disciplined and focused. Masculine traits, courage, discipline, focus, confidence, assertiveness, dominance, right? Embrace these words, embrace these qualities. These are the qualities that they try to put negative perceptions on and make us think that it's bad to be a masculine man. It's not bad. That's what is necessary to get results in life, and that's what's necessary to cultivate power and create wealth and attract women. Is masculine men. If you're not masculine, then basically what are you doing? You're being passive and you're trying to get lucky. I'm not trying to get lucky. I'm trying to get the result that I want. I'm going to make that shit happen. Obviously, I understand the universe has its timing for things, but I'm going to do my part. That's just make sure you're always doing your part. The universe will take care of the rest, but make sure you're doing your part. Make sure you're putting in the energy, putting in the work. So another part about power, you want to find your gift. Your gift. What do I mean by that? What is your talent, or what is that thing, your strengths? What is it? What are the things that people admire about you? What are the things that people admire and respect about you? What are the things that make you stand out? But positive qualities, those are your gifts. You got to leverage those things. Leverage what you've been given. Forget about your weaknesses, right? Some guy telling me the other day, man, I'm having a hard time with my confidence because I'm short. Forget about being short. What are your strengths? What do you have? Right? We all have weaknesses. We all have things that are not perfect about ourselves, but don't focus on that shit. Focus on your strengths. And use that to get what you want. And for me, like for example, for me, in different periods of my life, I use different strengths, right? Like for me, one of my strengths is, I've been given a good, like an athletic physique, right? So I leveraged that when I was playing basketball. I was good at basketball because I had an athletic physique and I was athletic in general, right? I could jump high, I could do great things. And so I used that, right? I'm not going to go and try and be the painter, or I'm not going to try and be whatever it is, some other shit that's not me. I go in my field where I can shine, where I can show my gift. Okay, so one of my gifts that I cultivated is my confidence, right? So I use that. I talk about confidence and I use that to get the results I want in my life. I use my confidence and I keep cultivating it. I keep amplifying it. Like whatever your gift is, amplify it, right? I play the piano, so I keep practicing. I keep amplifying that, right? Well, I look at the things that I can do, like my talents or whatever it is, amplify them shits, right? My physique, I amplify my physique, right? If I don't work out, I'm still going to be in kind of good shape. But I do work out because I want it to be amplified. And it's you create your archetype, right? So no one tells you how to do it, right? You create your own archetype. You be inspired by other men. I'm inspired by other men. If I see certain qualities in other men that I like, I look at and see if I can wear those, if I have those qualities and if I can amplify them, or if I can, create, see if I have something similar, right? Or I'll create different versions of myself. Like, have fun with life. Have fun with your ability to create, right? You can be whatever type of man you want to be, right? And that's why I talk about being a king, because that you can just start affirming that and start carrying yourself as such, and it will make a huge difference versus not saying that. Right? If you have two people in the same condition in the life, kind of the same personality, shit like that, but one person every single day he looks in the mirror and says, I'm a king, that guy is going to have more confidence. That guy is going to take more risk in life. That guy is going to carry himself with more esteem, because he's affirming that shit. He's creating that. Your words are powerful. Your thoughts are powerful. And if you don't take control of them, the external forces will take control of them. People will influence you, the news, society, family, all this shit. So your power is your gifts. Your gifts, those things that you have that others don't have, those qualities that you have that others don't have, those things that come natural to you. But don't just let it be natural, cultivate it and make it great, right? Guys like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Tiger Woods, all these guys, they were talented, but look what they did. They just laser beam focused in and just kept amplifying their skills, kept amplifying it until they became number one in the whole world. Right? But it's not, they didn't just say, oh, I have a gift and they just chill. No, they take the gift and they make it greater. They take it to the highest level. That's power. Because when you can do something that others can't do, that makes you valuable. Or when you can do something and you do it at a higher level than everyone else, that's what makes you valuable. That's your power. And guess what? The more powerful you become, more money you'll make too. Right? The better you get, like, power is just building skills, right? Amplifying your talents, gaining knowledge, gaining wisdom, going and getting experiences. Power is your ability to influence. Power is your ability to shape reality and create. The more better you are at getting your desired effects, that's what demonstrates your power. Like, what is a powerful man? It's a man who can create the effects he wants in life. It's a man who can influence others, influence his environment. It's a man who can achieve his goals, a man who can get the results he wants. That's what power is. Or even the guy who can handle shit. That's power too. The guy who, when shit is happening to him, he's still, not the guy who, when shit happens, he trembles and he's like, You know, that's not powerful, man. Right? Like, one of the things I admire is how a man can take rejection. Like, if a guy can walk up to a woman and say, hey, I think you're attractive, and I want to come and say hi, and she says, ew, get away from me, and he could still stand there with a smile on his face and say, have a great day. I respect that more than the guy who approached the girl and everything went perfect. Right? Because that, if everything went perfect, then that's great, whatever. But the guy who can take a negative reaction and still hold his frame, still stay positive, to me, that's power. Because you can't stop that guy. How do you stop that guy? How do you stop the guy who, when you try to bring him down, you can't? That means you can't stop that guy, actually. That guy is dangerous. That guy's deadly. That guy is going to win. Even if he doesn't win right now, he's going to win. Because that's the guy who's going to keep showing up. Versus a guy who, you know, he gets the girl here, and then all of a sudden one day he gets a bad rejection, and now he's crushed. Now he's like, oh no, I'm ugly. That's not the guy. That's not the guy I can respect. That's not power. It's the one who can take the hits. It's the one that can throw the hits and also take the hits. You see what I'm saying? So that's power. Building your character, that's power. Creation, character creation. Looking at different attributes that you have. Same way you play a video game and you create your player mode and you improve your player in the video game. That's the same shit you should be doing in life. Right? I play video games, but not as much as I used to, because my life is a video game. And I'm the character in the video game, and I'm building the character's attributes, and I'm putting him through different experiences, and I'm seeing how my character responds to life. I'm seeing how my character responds in the movie. I literally, you know, visualize there's a camera watching me all day, and my decisions are being recorded. So I'm like, yo, what does my character do in the movie? Does my character complain? Does my character make excuses? Does my character on some average shit, on some mediocre shit? Or is my character amazing? Is my character carrying himself like a king? Is my character a creator? Is my character the one who makes shit happen? Is my character the one who shit can happen and he still stays, he still holds his vibe and holds his frame, right? He doesn't let anything bring him down. My character is the one who is stoic, right? He can handle his emotions. He doesn't get emotional when somebody tries to make it emotional. He stays grounded. That's what my character does. So you ask yourself, what is your character doing in your movie? Right? If you watch the movie of your life, would you be like, yo, that's a cool ass character? Or would you be like, nah, that shit lame? Because that's a question you gotta ask yourself, and that's how you that's how you get more power. When you just have more awareness and you start seeing and you start valuing yourself and respecting yourself more. All right, so that's power. Now let's talk about women. Let's talk about women. Why do we start with wealth and power? Because wealth and power is more important than women, right? Like, I talk about cold approach a lot, but one thing I mentioned in one of my other videos is that the reason I was able to go out and do cold approach was because I handled my money situation, right? I had an online business that was supporting me very well, so I was able to go out and do cold approach. I was able to drive around the city. I was able to do night game, go to clubs, spend money and all this shit because I was making money. So you gotta handle your money. You gotta handle your money. And that money, I'm using it to better myself, to get better with women, because I was doing well in other areas, but when it came to women, that was my problem. So I used my money to invest in myself, in the sense that I used that money to go drive around, to go to malls, to go wherever I needed to go on dates, to do night game, whatever, because I needed to get those references. In middle school and high school, I wasn't doing shit with any girls. So I didn't get no practice. I didn't get no experiences. So I had to catch up. I was a late bloomer. I had to catch up. So I was going out every single day, cold approaching every single day, because I'm like, yo, I got to get some girls, man. Shit. Right? But yeah, you can, so make sure, you know what I mean? Like, I believe in cold approach and all these great things, but also make sure you're handling your... That was my laptop. If you heard that. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, make sure you're handling your wealth and you're cultivating power. And yeah, you're getting women too. Like, do all three. I'm not saying just do one. Some guys will be like, oh yeah, I'm just working on my money right now. Or oh, I'm just working on wit. Do all three, right? You have 24 hours in a day. You can work on all three. The answer is never just do one. The answer is to do all three. You know what I mean? So handle your wealth, get your money up, cultivate power, that means work on your character. And a lot of it is just developing masculine traits and just being a man that's a creator, a man that's getting the exact results he wants in his life and is penetrating the universe with his energy. And get women. Get women, bro. We're healthy men, healthy sexual men. Let's get women. Right? So how do I get women? 99% of my results with women has come from code approach. So that's why I preach code approach. You won't hear me talk too much about social circle or online dating apps, but you also won't hear me say anything negative about those things because those are ways to get women. But for me and my life and my journey in life, it was code approach that did it for me. And so that's why I believe in it. And basically, after I left high school, I committed myself to getting good at code approach. Okay? I started going out and approaching women. Now, didn't have any game, didn't have any understanding of what the fuck I was doing, didn't really understand female nature. But one thing I knew is that you got to take action, right? So I'm not just going to sit at home and read books and watch videos of people getting women. I was like, fuck it, I got to take some action. So I went out there and I tried approaching some women. And what happened is some days I'd be motivated to talk to women and some days I wouldn't and shit like that. And sometimes I had too much approach anxiety and all this shit. So what I did was I came up with this understanding of, I'm not sure where I first heard this term, but exposure therapy. It's basically building up your confidence, building up your ability to do something over time by gradually doing it and increasing the difficulty over time. Instead of just jumping in and overwhelming yourself. Some people can do that really well. I can do it too, but it's hard to maintain that over time. So what is more important is the consistency, right? Like it's better for you to go out and talk to one woman a day for a whole year versus you going out and talking to 30 women in one day. You stop for 3 months, then you do 5, then you stop for 2 months. No, consistency, because you're going to build up the muscle memory. You're going to see the patterns. You're going to build up the real confidence, and then you can get the results. So what I did is I started off by going and talking to old ladies. Okay, talk to some old ladies. Let's say, ask them for the time, ask them for directions, ask them how they're doing. Right? Get comfortable talking to old ladies because they're strangers. Just talking to strangers is kind of awkward for most people, and it was for me. Right? Because I wasn't just lacking in skills with women. I was lacking in social skills in general because I was a shy dude in middle school and high school. I would stick to my friends and I wouldn't socialize too much, so I didn't really build my social skills. So talking to old ladies, that helped me build some confidence, man. I'm talking to people. It's better than me sitting at home playing video games or whatever the fuck. So I was talking to old ladies, asking for time. Once I got comfortable with the old ladies, then I started to go for ladies that weren't as old. I started talking to them for a little bit. And I started talking to women that, you know, were kind of attractive. Then I started talking to women that are attractive. And I just kept building it up until I got to a point where I could walk up to women and say, hey, I think you're attractive. I want to come and say hi. Or, hey, I think you're attractive. I want to ask you to see if you'd be down to grab coffee. Or, hey, I think, you know, basically being able to say that, but say it with confidence. Because it's one way to say it like you're nervous and afraid. And the girl's going to be like, oh, this guy can't even, like, talk to me. Versus going up to her and holding eye contact, having your chest held high, your shoulders up, you're relaxed. Got a slight smile on your face. You worked on your archetype. You built, you know, one of the things I recommend is you want to build yourself into a sexy archetype. That means make yourself as sexy as possible. Like, stop going and just being how you are. Like, amplify it. You know what I mean? Like, make it better. Never stop. Never be complacent. Look how women, they wear clothes to make themselves look sexier. So we're drawn to their curves and all that shit. So we should do the same thing. Why do you think I always wear tank tops? Because these girls are always wearing tight-ass pants and shit like that, trying to influence us with their sexuality. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to play the game. Let's play the game. Let's have fun, okay? You want to show your nice ass and your nice tits? Well, I'm going to show my you know, my masculinity. I'm going to show my muscles. I'm going to show that I'm in the gym too and I got a sexy body too. I'm going to, you know, wear my accessories and make myself look like a bad boy and do all this shit because that's the game. You have fun with life. It doesn't need to be so serious. It's a game. This is everybody is acting. Everybody is creating their character, right? Everyone has a character that they're playing. The way how people act out in the world, like they go back home and they're a whole different person. They're different with their mom. They're different with their friends. It's all a game. So play the game in a way that gets women. Make yourself sexy and do cold approach, right? Make yourself sexy and do cold approach. That's my game. Fuck all these strategies and this perfect thing to say and whatever. I use the same line. I've been using the same shit. I think you're attractive. I want to come and say hi. That's it. And yeah, that's a direct approach, but fuck it. I'm not afraid of rejection. Okay? I'm not going to go in, like sometimes I will go indirect, right? Depending on the situation. But most time I'm going to go direct. Why? Because I want to find the girl who's into me. The girl who's into me is going to accept my direct opener. Right? Like if a girl came up to you and she was like, hey, I think you're handsome, you know, and you thought she was fine, you would accept that. If she walked up to you and she was hideous and she said, hey, I think you're handsome, you would not accept that. Well, that's what I want. I want the opener that is polarizing, that either the woman is into me or not. Right? Because I know my value. I'm not going to sit there and try to make her like me and persuade her and come up with a special thing to say. And why? Because I'm a king. A king is not going to do that. There's different styles of game. You want to play slave game, pauper game? Then yeah, figure out every single strategy online on how to get a girl and all this shit. No, just be a masculine, grounded man who embraces his sexuality, who can communicate authentically and can lead and is not afraid of rejection, right? The fear of rejection is why people try to learn all these things, because they don't want to get rejected. Who gives a shit if you get rejected? Fuck that word, right? I'm only using that word so you know what I'm talking about, but fuck the whole idea of rejection. It's so stupid. How the fuck can someone reject you? They don't even know who you are. Right? And if someone if you see yourself as a king and someone rejects you, laugh at them. Don't get mad, don't get sad or pissed off or, oh, why didn't it work out? That person is stupid. A king approached them and they rejected it. How dumb is that? Right? That's the mindset you want to have. Even if somebody might say, oh, you're delusional. Well, fuck it. That mindset is going to get you more results than the other mindset. Oh, I got rejected. Now let me go and cry. Now let me not approach any more women. Now let me go home and play some video games. So my thing is, man, if you want to get like get some abundance going, make your archetype sexy as fuck, the way how you look, like design yourself to look good. Like look cool, like look aesthetic. Not a pretty boy, just look cool, look aesthetic, sound good, work on your communication, the way you sound, your voice, your tonality. If you speak fast, slow it down, right? If you speak up here, hey, how you guys doing? Learn to speak low, speak like a fucking man. Learn how to move your arms, move your body in a way that signals strength and power. There's a way to like, yeah, and there's a way to be like, yeah, you know what I mean? So work on that. Exercise, bro. Like exercise, because when you work out and you push yourself, it does something. Like it just it raises your testosterone and all these great things. But like mentally, when you put yourself through rigorous training, things that are difficult to do, it's a great way to tap into your masculinity. It's a great way to tap into your ability to overcome. Right? The reason I work out as soon as I wake up in the morning, because I want to step into my masculinity right away. I want to step into that mindset of I'm here to make some shit happen. I'm here to devour. I want to step into that predator mindset. I don't want to be a prey. I don't want to walk around trying to avoid conflict and hopefully nothing happens. And no, I want to walk around with my head held high, look people in the eye, my chest out, ready to whatever is going to happen. Nothing ever really happens, though. I can't tell you the last time I got in a fight or anything. Nothing happens, but just know that I'm ready for it. And the way how I carry myself is why nothing happens. Because if you carry yourself like somebody who looks like he can handle himself, people are not going to fuck with you. Right? People are just going to walk past and shit like that, and because they don't want to piss you off. And that's what you want. So all I do, man, is when it comes to women is I just go out, I have a sexy archetype, and I go and approach women. I go to grocery stores, I go to malls, I go to the park, I go to the club, anywhere where women are, and I just go up and I approach, man. I usually, what I do is I have a quota, because when you go into these environments, your emotions may change, the vibe may change. Like, you might at your crib, you might say, oh yeah, I'm gonna go out and kill it tonight, I'm gonna talk to a bunch of women, I'm gonna get laid, I'm gonna pull, blah blah blah. Then you go in the environment, your vibe might change, right? You might start to feel different, whatever. So since I'm aware of that, what I do is I have a quota. I have a certain amount of women I'm gonna talk to for the night, and I won't leave unless I've talked to that many women, because I know if I talk to a certain amount of women, I'm more than likely gonna get some, right? It's kind of the same thing with sales. Like, if you talk to a certain amount of people, even if you suck at it, you're probably gonna make a sale at some. You know, if you're consistently talking to a certain amount of people. But if you get good at it, now you really, you know what I mean? You really start making sales. Or same thing with women. If you get good at it, now you really start getting women. But just know what your quota is. So if you say you're gonna talk to 10 women, make sure you talk to 10 women. You know what your opener is, so you don't have to think, oh, what do I say? Know your opener. I have a couple openers ready to go all the time. I have plenty of openers, right? So if I don't do an approach, I can't make the excuse of I didn't know what to say. That's bullshit. I know what to say. So make sure you have an opener, and have this sense of detachment from the outcome. Like, you want to be free. You want to demonstrate social freedom. You want to be relaxed in your communication, man. Like, you don't want to walk up to a woman like all like serious, like, man, I hope I get her and shit. Like, that shit does not work. It doesn't work. It repels women. Like, it repels them. Before you even walk up to her, she could see, like, oh, this guy, he's too serious, and he's like, You know, women are really in tune with their emotions, bro. Like, they don't care about the facts. Like, you could literally be a celebrity or whatever, but if you walk up to her, like, all awkward and shit, she's gonna be like, get away from me. If you try to tell her you're a celebrity, she's not even trying to hear that shit, because you're making her feel weird, right? So you want to have like a carefree vibe. You want to walk up to these women like, relax, man. Like, you know, abundance mindset. Like, I'm walking up to you because I think you're cute, and I'm just want to check out the vibes and see how the vibes are. And if the vibes are good, I will lead the relationship into a sexual relationship. If the vibes are not good, then I'll walk away. See what I'm saying? I will not accept, one thing about me, I will not accept a frame that does not support me, or that I don't value, right? So for example, friend zone. I don't deal with a friend zone. You know, if a girl is like trying to make me beta in some sense, like make it like she's the prize, I don't fuck with that either, right? I won't communicate in a frame that doesn't serve me. So I don't find myself in bullshit situations. People find themselves in bullshit situations and unnecessary drama, shit like that, because they compromise. I don't compromise. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I want. I'm a king building my kingdom each and every day of wealth, power, and women, and that's it. If something is not aligned with that, or is not making sense, I destroy it. I cut it from my world. I don't give a fuck. And that's how you have to be. It's very polarizing. It's very my way or the highway, but who gives a shit, man? It's your life. It's your life. No one needs to tell you how you need to be. You be exactly how you want to be. You know what I mean? You are a kid. That's why I say king. King. Not even prince. King. Right? And sometimes you hear me say God-like confidence, because I want you to get that you are the authority in your life. As long as you're not doing no evil shit. You're not a bad person. You're not violating anyone. So you shouldn't have to apologize. Right? You just live your life. Like, if you win, people get better. Like, that's how you want it to be. Like, if I win, people get better. If I make more money, then I'm able to help more people. I'm able to create better products and better services and better marketing and shit like that. You know? So just understand, if you win, things get better. So don't apologize for winning. Don't apologize for being alpha. Don't apologize for saying what you want, doing what you want. Because you're king of your kingdom. All right, so we're coming down to 5 minutes. So that's how you do it, man. That's how you get the wealth. That's how you cultivate the power. That's how you get women. All right. If y'all have any questions, go ahead. I have a hard time being assertive and dominant in the transition from sharing knowledge and bringing up my services in my videos. Any advice on how to speed up this adaptation process? Okay, so you're stepping into a new reality, right? You're stepping into a new reality, meaning you're doing some things that you don't normally do. And so you must expect that you're not going to be super confident, super grounded in what you're doing in the beginning. If you watch my videos when I just started versus now, it's a huge difference, a huge difference. So you have to just embrace, like, okay, I'm starting something new. I'm not going to be super confident right away. Like, just do your best and do it okay, do your best and do it every single day, because if you do it every single day, it's going to build up. You're going to get better quickly. Do it as much as you can, right? Like, I made a commitment. I wanted to get good at doing live presentations like this. So what do? I do it every single day. Okay, at one point I wanted to get good at my writing, so I was writing every day. Right? Like, all I do is, I realize, okay, if I'm doing something new, I'm probably gonna suck at it in the beginning. Like, that's just the way it is. But over time, you get better. When I just started playing basketball, I sucked at basketball, and I got really good. If one of y'all want to play me in basketball, you'll see right away. It ain't no joke, right? Cold approach, when I just started, approach anxiety, couldn't even approach a girl. Now I could walk up to any woman, look her in the eye, and say, hey, I think you're attractive. Would you be down to grab coffee? Right? If she says yes, great. If she says no, thank you, have a great day, and walk away. Right? But I wasn't always able to do that. So it's just understanding, like, okay, you start where you are and you just build it up, brother. You start where you are and build it up. So if you want to get good, you practice consistently. Go at it every single day. Study people that are good at it. Study them. Study their mannerisms. Study the details of what they're doing. Get around those people. Communicate with them. Get in that frequency. Get in those vibes. Invest in yourself if necessary. Invest in a coach. Invest in books. Invest in video courses. And just trust the process and enjoy it. Don't get too serious. Enjoy this shit. What was your first online business when my money isn't right? It fucks with me. My first legit online business was my affiliate marketing business. It's on YouTube. You can look it up. If you search on YouTube, vertical space jump space prime. So vertical jump prime. A YouTube channel is gonna come up, and you're gonna see my videos are there and everything, and you'll see that's how I started. I put out these videos, and then at the end of each video, I would tell people to go to my website, and on my website, I'd be giving a free ebook. They get the free ebook, they put their email in, and then now they have the free ebook, but now I have their email, so now I can email them and market to them. I can give them content like free articles and videos, but I could also market products. And what I did was, there was this website, it's still up, called clickbank.com. You could sign up to be an affiliate, and you could promote other people's digital products. And that's how I made my first money. That's how I had my first $300 day. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I, started getting shit going. And then from there, like, that built my confidence to me starting to create my own ebooks and video courses. Then ultimately doing coaching, and then done for you services and joint ventures and all type of shit. So basically, in the beginning, brother, if you were here, like, I kind of explained how I started this, or how I started my businesses and how I got shit going. And I believe any man can do it, because I started it when I was a teenager, like 15 or whatever. That's when I started doing this shit. So, like, any man can do it. It's just really, honestly, it just comes down to you just saying, fuck it, I'm gonna just make this shit happen. And in the beginning, it's a little awkward, and there's obstacles and stuff that pop up, but it's like that mindset of, I just won't stop. Like, this shit has to happen. Either that or I'm gonna die trying. Like, that mindset, it kind of just guarantees you're gonna be successful, and it's a matter of time. If you want to speed it up, obviously you can invest in coaches, stuff like that. Just make sure you find legit people. But I mean, it's really gonna, always be up to you to just apply yourself consistently and stay positive no matter what. All right. So if y'all don't have any other questions, I just want to end it by saying, you know, the information I gave you here, you know, you can go and apply it, right? I gave you some advice, some steps on how you can start creating wealth. I gave you some steps on how you can cultivate power, be more influential. I gave you some steps on how you can attract quality women. So you can go out and do this stuff and make this shit happen. But obviously I do offer coaching. So if you want to work together, I have some opportunities. I just want to let you know I have two options right now. So I have a one-on-one coaching program. It's 8 weeks where we jump on a call one-on-one. And basically you just tell me, like, you come to me with one big goal in regards to wealth, power, or women. So if it's women, the code approach, I'll show you how to do that. If it's power, we'll focus on developing masculine traits and becoming more influential and better creators. And if it's wealth, you know, money, I can show you how to use the internet and make money on the internet by providing solutions to people's problems in the form of information and packaging it up, whether it's ebooks, video courses, or if you want to do coaching or dumb few services. I show you and how the whole process, marketing, the branding, the selling, everything. I'll just show you exactly what I'm doing and what I've been doing for years. Right, so that's an 8-week program. It's one-on-one coaching calls every week, and it's $9.97. All right, so that's one option. The other option is I have a mastermind group that I just launched. Right now, you can get in for only $17 a month. Basically, it's daily mastermind calls. It's going to be me and obviously the other members in the group, and we're just going to discuss wealth, power, and women. I'll be sharing insight in there. It's not one-on-one coaching, but you're still going to get information that, you know, me telling you what's working for me, stuff like that. So those are the two options. So if you're interested, hit me up. I'll give you the details or get you started or whatever the case may be. I hope you got value from this presentation, and I'll see y'all in the next videos. Peace.